As I continue my fascinating exploration of Jamaica, I am today in Kingston at the Simon Bolivar Cultural Center in the heart of downtown Kingston at North Parade. And I have the exquisite pleasure of speaking with Nadine Booth Gooden, who is the director manager of the center here in Kingston. Nadine, what a big surprise. I had no idea that this Simon Bolivar Cultural Center was here.
Oh yes, it's kind of like a gem in this area. Right?
Absolutely.
Right next to the World Theatre.
Yes, how long have you been in operation here?
Okay, well, the Simon Bolivar Cultural Center first opened its door to the public in Jamaica in 2015 on the 6th of September. That is when we first opened the door here to the public.
And tell us about some of the treasures that you have housed here.
Okay, mainly here, I'll tell you mainly about our activities rather than treasure, because we don't really have much artifacts at this time. But our Salon de Bolivar features the life and legacy of Simon Bolivar, the Latin American liberator, born in Caracas, Venezuela. And hence, this is the relevance of the center being here in downtown Kingston. We are at 10 to 12 North Parade, right next to the Ward Theatre, the phenomenal Ward Theatre, where most of our cultural activities will take place over the years. Right. And so this center here, we are specifically and strategically located here because, first of all, I should mention the center is a gift from the Venezuelan government to the Jamaican government and the people. And so it is to celebrate the life and legacy of Simon Bolivar being here in Jamaica.
No, why was Simon Bolivar here in Jamaica, and what's the historical significance of him having lived in Kingston?
Okay, well, why was he here in Jamaica? Simon Bolivar had lost a few battles and won a few battles back in his hometown in Venezuela, Caracas to be more specific. And in 1815, May 14 exactly, he came to Jamaica in self-imposed exile. That was his purpose here in Jamaica at the time. You know, at the time, the Caribbean was really the center of economic and political thoughts and development at the time. So it's no surprise that he would have chosen a Caribbean country to have, been in self-imposed exile. And when he was here in Jamaica, as I mentioned before, he landed here on the 14th of May, 1815, and he stayed here for 7 months. While here in Jamaica, on September 6th of the same year, he wrote the phenomenal piece of literature, which is the most integral piece of literature that he has written in his fight for the freedom of Latin America, and that is the Carta de Jamaica, otherwise known as the Jamaica Letter. This letter was written to an Englishman on the island at the time, Sir Cromwell. And this letter, written to the Englishman at the time, was to seek some support for his revolutionary activities at the time, to funding and so on, to continue his fight. However, as we might recall, those historians among us, and for the younger folk who might not be well aware, in 1807, the slave trade was abolished already in Jamaica. But Simon came in 1815. There were still, however, slaves on the island. And this perhaps is one of the difficulties that Sir Cromwell might have faced in terms of assisting Simon Bolivar in his fight for revolutionary activities and freedom of Latin American countries and the Caribbean. So we kind of understand that at that time it was not so easy to get the support. But he went on to Haiti and he got some other support, which Haiti must not be omitted when we talk about the freedom movement of Simon Bolivar, because they had provided tremendous help.
So the connection between Jamaica and Venezuela is actually an old one.
Yes, it is. It is an old one. There have been 57 years of diplomatic relations between the two countries. However, you know that there are different stages of the development of both countries, and so the interaction changes from time to time. But the diplomatic relations are 57 years.
Wow. Now, where did Simon Bolivar live in Kingston?
When Simon Bolivar lived in Kingston? That's a very important question. I'm very happy you asked that question. Simon Bolivar lives in downtown Kingston. Right here in downtown Kingston, he lived at the corner of Princess Street and White Street, which is now known as Tower Street. And that building was not available for sale at the time, so they chose some other place close by in downtown Kingston, just the same.
Which was right here where
right
we
here,
are.
10 to 12 North Parade, where we are coming to you from at this time. We have the pleasure of speaking to you from downtown Kingston, not the same. Because, you know, they're landmarks and they are tied to history. And whenever you're trying to honor some part of history, you want to be as close to it as possible.
Right.
So still being able to have established a center in downtown Kingston is really very good.
Now, tell me, Nadine, what are the opening hours of the center?
Well, the center is open Mondays to Fridays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's to the public. But on Fridays, they close at 4. We close at 4 on Fridays. On Saturdays, we're usually open. That's pre-pandemic. We're open on Saturdays as well, which is usually 9 to 1.
And you have a lot of space here to welcome groups, school children.
Yes.
Who else comes here?
So I'm going to tell you just a little bit about our program. This is just a perfect opportunity to advise that here at the Simon Bolivar Cultural Center, we offer Latin dance and Spanish classes for adults. And for the children program, which we call the after-school program, we offer Spanish Latin dance, music, and guidance and counseling. Now, the guidance and counseling, you would say guidance and counseling for these young children, but believe me, it is one of the programs I hope we never have to part with, because the children today, they need guidance, and sometimes in their general school life, you know, maybe it's a larger group that they're in, but when they come here to the center, they feel more at home. They get more individualized attention because they're in smaller groups. And so from time to time, they share their own concerns with our guidance counselor, who is usually a part of the program, as I mentioned just now. And we have daily tours to the Salon de Bolivar, which features the life and legacy of Simon. A library area where we're sitting, this is a part of the library right now, the reference library. And annexing this room is a computer section where the students or adults can come by and access the computer, whether they're doing academic work or for leisure, for internet access. So we offer that service here.
Well, I tell you, this is a huge surprise and a fascinating operation here.
I'm glad.
So I urge anybody who is nearby or traveling to Kingston to definitely come by and see what's going on here. How do people make contact with you, Nadine?
Okay, we have a Facebook page, which is Simon Bolivar Cultural Center. You can find us on Facebook. We also are available for contact on the Institute of Jamaica website, because we, at the Simon Bolivar Cultural Center, we are under the Programs Coordination Division of the Institute of Jamaica, which is an agency of the Ministry of Culture, Gender, Entertainment, and Sport. And we have a number. Well, most persons just look you up on Google these days. Google is everybody's best friend. But for quick reference, I could give it to you. It's 876-967-03-78-280. That's how we may be reached here at the Simon Bolivar Cultural Center. Incidentally, we are running our summer program right now. We do offer summer program for the children, you know, featuring arts, Latin dance, music. You know, the children want something fun and exciting.
Engagement during the summer.
Engagement during the summer. That's a little shift from what they do throughout the regular academic year. So that's what's going on right now. And today, it's good that you came today, because today we're preparing for the celebration of the Venezuelan independence. Their independence was July 5 in 1805.
Okay,
so tomorrow we'll be celebrating that here with joining us will be the Charge d'Affaires of the Venezuelan mission here in Jamaica, and some other Latin American countries will be visiting as well. The students from the summer program will be putting on their little performance to mark the day.
That is wonderful. Nadine Booth Gooden, thank you so very much for hosting me today, and all the best wishes for the continuation of this wonderful program.
Merci beaucoup.
Je vous en prie, madame. Thanks.